Sweet.
Okay, guys, ready when y'all are. Yeah, Dylan, this is Ron Higgins with Tiger Details. Congratulations on your Player of the Year. Just talk about, I guess, you've had a great year the past couple of weeks. You finally hit a slump, which is for if the type of year you had was unbelievable anyway. Can you talk about, you seem to fight out of it and where you are now mentally after just a great year?
Yeah, just I'm just trying to stay present every single day, really, and trust in my process. In the cages, in the weight room, in the training room, each and every day. Really, it is what it is. I look up at the board, and I'm still doing pretty well. But yeah, just a little hiccup in the road, and yeah, like I said, just trying to stay present every day and trust in my process.
Yeah, hey Dylan. We talked to Coach Johnson last week, and he had mentioned there were some things offensively you guys really wanted to correct, I guess, heading into the Georgia series. Can you talk about just offensively where you guys stand as a whole, I guess, heading here into the postseason stretch, just how you guys feel like you've corrected some of the things that maybe he wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I think for us, it's really important to, I guess, control the line of scrimmage in baseball, which is a strike zone. You control that, you tend to have good things happen for our team. And I think we did well the first 2 days, and then I think the third we kind of got out of our plan a little bit, and unfortunately lost that game. But I think overall, if we just I think we did good. But if we keep doing that in the future, it should be good. And I think it'll work in our favor here in the future.
Dylan, you guys have played at such a high level for so long and had so many expectations, I guess, upon you. How are you guys mentally? It's been a long season, and now it's the postseason. I guess, what is your approach mentally, and kind of how do you approach it?
Yeah, we're all mentally sharp right now, to be honest. We know there's a lot of expectations for us, and we're trusting the guy next to us every day. I think this isn't new for us. It's always been a program of excellence and expectations. But yeah, we're not really listening to anything outside of the locker room, and just trusting the guy next to us.
Good afternoon, Dylan. Almost all mock drafts have you going 102. The Nationals own the second overall pick in this year's draft. What are your thoughts on Washington? And would you like to be drafted by the Nats? If so, what makes the Nationals so appealing? Thanks.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be awesome. I guess whatever happens. I have no control over that. I have control over my process each and every day, and being present every single day. But if that were to happen, if that were to be where I end up in the future, I think that'd be awesome. I think it's a great organization, and like I said, whatever happens, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hey Dylan, I spoke with your hitting coach last week, Josh Montero, and I was just sort of curious what's your sort of relationship with him, and what role has he had in your development over the last few years, especially?
Yeah, Josh, he's a great guy. He's been with me for a few years now, and had a huge and tremendous impact on my career so far. He's like I don't know, he'll go up there and he throw 85 from like 30 feet away. It's pretty impressive. It's pretty special. It helps out a lot too. He'll mix in a lot of off speeds and get me game ready every day. So yeah, he had a tremendous impact on my career. He's helped me out a lot with my approach and mental approach, really. So yeah, I'm very thankful to have him on my side.
Then what are your thoughts on Hoover playing in that tournament style? Just the week ahead for you guys is pretty locked up with regionals, so you don't have to play for anything, I guess, like last year, to give you a different approach.
Yeah, we're going in here trying to win this game, win this tournament. Honestly, we're going straight out of the gate. We're looking, we're all you know, just really wanting to win this tournament, fulfill some expectations. And, this is definitely, I think I've only played 4 total games here, but, it's something that I've definitely wanted to do and go far in. And, I want to win this tournament for sure. And I think everybody else does.
As far as the ballpark, both as a center fielder and hitter, though, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a bigger ballpark than a lot of other fields. So I don't think really our approach changes. I think, like I said, if we just commit to controlling the strike zone for both sides, I think good things will happen for this team.
Yeah, hey Dylan, a couple late season kind of emergences for you guys offensively have been Hayden Travinski and Josh Pearson. Both those guys had pretty big weekends against Georgia. Having guys like that step up late in the season that maybe haven't been relied on throughout the whole season. Just talk about how important that is for you guys heading into the postseason.
Yeah, they've stepped up tremendously for this team. I think that's what's special about this team is you can put anybody in at any moment. I think they're going to step up and produce. So yeah, hats off to them, man. They really had a great couple weekends and stepped up in some big situations.
Hey Dylan, I know Alex Bredman was someone you kind of looked up to a little bit. I'm curious what kind of impact he's had for you, if he's given you any, good pieces of advice.
Yeah, I talk to him once in a while. Yeah, he's giving me some great advice, just really learning how to soak in each and every day. I'm never gonna, have another opportunity, another, team like this ever in my life. So he really taught me how to, soak in every day, be where my feet are, and just enjoy every moment that I can. He's been in the same shoes as me, so that's definitely somebody that I'd listen to more. So.
And then secondly, obviously you and Paul both got honored with the SEC honors. I'm just curious how you've seen him develop most, maybe even as a leader on this team, especially with the pitching staff.
Sorry, who was that again?
With Skenes.
Oh, Skenes, yeah. He's one of those guys that you're gonna get what you're gonna get out of him each and every day. The way he prepares himself, the way he goes about himself. Just a true leader on this team, and he's getting the younger guys and the other guys on board, and they're listening and they're watching how he prepares and how he does his thing, going out and preparing for his starts and his approaches to the game.
Thank you.
How tough is it for you to deal with these pitchers that just are looking to pitch around you?
Yeah, it's something I've worked on for sure. It's something that I had to understand really. And, I'm still not perfect at it either. So I'm still learning. And I think that's what the beauty of the game is. So, yeah, I'm working on it each and every day and, just learning how to hit in deeper counts and be a better 2-strike hitter, learning how to, walk more. So, yeah, it's something that I've had to learn and understand and, approach these future at bats and these past at bats.
And secondary question, kind of to the draft. Have you ever been to Washington, D.C.?
I've never been there. No, that would be cool though. Like I said, whatever happens. So, yeah, I think that'd be a really, really cool place to be.
Do you follow the social media, the people who looking for you to come to their city?
No, I don't. But some people have, reached out and said some things here and there. But I don't really follow them, to be honest.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, I guess it's my turn. Hey Dylan, this team has been through a lot of injuries throughout the season. How would you say that this team has overcome those injuries, and who have you seen step up in the face of these injuries?
Yeah, it's not something that we kept secret for sure. It's we've had a lot of unfortunate injuries on this team. So, but like I said, I think that's what the beauty of this team is. Just having guys like Pearson and Travinski, guys in the bullpen, really learning how to step up and be in certain situations that they're not really used to. They've, anybody, we trust anybody on this locker room, and they're prepared and mentally ready to go in at any moment.
And just to follow up, I mean, obviously you more face these guys in like the fall, but Griffin Herring, Gavin Guidry, some of the guys that are really shining out of the bullpen right now, what can you say about them and how they've stepped into their roles?
Yeah, they've done a tremendous job going in these situations. They look like they're not freshmen out there, really. They look like they're, upper class guys and had some experience underneath their belts. So hats off to them. They've really stepped up for this team in the bullpen for sure.
Okay, I have two questions, Dylan. First is, can you just comment on winning player of the year again? I mean, I know something you don't take for granted, but in a league like this with the talent it has, and how do you feel about winning that again? You shared it last year, but this year winning it.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels great. Like it shows that the hard work is definitely paying off. And the people that helped me out get to where I am today, it means just as much to them as it does to me. So, I'm very thankful, very blessed. And I'm just trying to soak in each and every day, really. And, looking back, I think this is something I'm definitely going to, think about and just have a great memory, of all these moments out here, and just, I'm very thankful for it.
And secondly, this is your third go around with this team going to the postseason. How is this team? I guess is this team the team that's been the best equipped to go the furthest in a playoff run, the one you're on now, and why?
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. I think we got a lot of experience underneath on this team. We have a lot of experience on this team, and a lot of guys that can step up at any moment. Really, we've had obviously, we've got pitchers that can go in at any moment. They can start at any moment. They're ready for that. They understand that, and we got guys on the, that's not starting on the bench that could really come in at any moment, any part of the lineup, and have a big hit. So I think, that's what's going to take this team to the next level for sure.
Yeah. Just to prove how much we do take you for granted, that was like the second to last question, and you win Player of the Year award, right? Back-to-back years. So congrats on that. Sorry for taking you for granted. We're all going to talk about like the bats needing to carry the bullpen along, right? From a player's perspective, you just talked about having, a full complement of guys, but what is it like to be a guy that's going to be counted on, right? And one of the bats that everybody's going to be looking towards, I guess. How do you look at where this team is right now with some of their flaws and some of their strengths?
Yeah, it's something we have to work around for sure. We trust all the guys in the bullpen. It's something that we've trusted them the whole entire year, and it's something that we hitters have to understand too. Sometimes we got to go out there and score a bunch of runs, and that's it is what it is at the end of the day. But sometimes we're not going to have to really, and they're going to, the bullpen and the starters are going to do what they always do. So it's just, really, we don't really change our approach every day. We kind of just stick to the same approach. And I think, if we just control our strike zone and, just trust in our process every day, everything will kind of just take care of itself.
One of the more underrated announcements today is that you also made the all SEC defensive team. Beginning of the year, you said you wanted to prove that you could be a center fielder at the next level. Like, do you think you proved that? And do you think that award sort of helps confirm the improvements you've made out there this year?
Yeah, I think so for sure. Based off of history, I think I've definitely, proved myself that I could stay there. I want to stay there as long as I can. That's my main goal. But if I have to move to the corner, I will, and I'll be the best corner guy there is out there. So whatever happens, and I'm gonna work to be the best at that position.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dylan.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Greg. All right, I will bring up Paul. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, guys, Paul Skenes coming up. Same thing. If you just want to go through the order in the chat, we'll handle the questions that way. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, buddy. Just gotta make sure you're in the whole frame if you can. Yeah, that's good.
Hey, Paul, Ron Higgins, Tiger Details. Congratulations on pitcher of the year in SEC. What does that, I guess, mean to you to win that award in this league with all the talent it has in it?
It's obviously really cool accomplishment. That's not the reason that I came to the SEC per se, but it's obviously really cool to accomplish that and have some recognition for what we've accomplished kind of as a team, I think, this year.
Paul, kind of similar question that we had with Dylan. I guess just where do you feel like the team is at right now, heading into the postseason? Obviously, everybody's expecting you to lead the staff. We've seen kind of what's happened over the last 3-4 weeks with the staff. I guess where is everybody at with their heads? As far as
I think we're in a really good spot, especially with this last weekend, going into Georgia and winning the series there. I think we saw some really good stuff out of the lineup, out of the pitching staff, and I think we're in a really good spot going into the postseason.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, this is going to be the first week where you guys really kind of get to dive into the scenario of playing different teams on different days and kind of how you stack up the staff kind of throughout the week. I mean, just for you, what does the week look like in terms of preparing for, I don't know whether you're pitching on Wednesday or if you pitch on Thursday, just talk about your week of preparation now that you guys are off to Hoover.
Yeah, obviously it has to be super dynamic. Has to be some adjustability there as I'm not totally sure when I'm pitching and who I'm pitching against. So I think there will be a little bit more energy that I put into scouting some of these teams. But I think that the teams that I would pitch against, I've pitched against them before, so I know their lineups pretty well. At least better than a team that I haven't pitched against yet. So I'm gonna have to game plan for myself, I think. And be pretty dynamic with that, but just knowing knowing that we don't know exactly who we're going to play is kind of tough, but I think that's part of what makes it fun too.
Hi, Paul. Ben from Talk Nats. I asked the same question to your teammate Dylan, but many mock drafts have you landing in Washington. What are your thoughts on Washington, and what would it mean to be drafted by the Nats, a team who has drafted quality starting pitchers over the years?
I haven't thought a whole lot about it. Try not to look at that stuff, and I think as long as I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing over the next few weeks, everything's kind of just gonna kind of just land how it should.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul. I was just wondering if you could speak on how this staff has really responded to the injuries that have occurred throughout the season. Chase Shores, Garrett Edwards, even Nate Ackenhausen was kind of in and out. Who are the guys that you've really seen step up into new roles or shine during this time, and just what's going on with the staff?
Yeah, I think guys like Thatcher Hurd, Gavin Guidry, Griffin Herring, guys like that, who didn't necessarily know what their roles were going to be before the season. They obviously have to play a bigger role now with some other guys, some other key guys that are out, and they've done a really good job, I think. I still firmly believe that we have the best staff in the SEC, and even without the three guys that have gotten hurt, and so we just have to go out and prove it the next few weeks, which is frankly the weeks that really matter in the season. So what's happened up to this point doesn't really matter, and we just have to have some guys step up like we know they can over the next few weeks, and I think a lot of things are going to go right for the Tigers.
Just to follow up, Gavin Guidry didn't even start training to pitch until February. How have you seen him grow throughout this season?
His maturity and his knowledge of his own plan has grown tremendously. I don't even know if he recognizes it, but I see it. I talk with him pretty much every day about it. His ability to pitch, to locate his slider, and then he throws his changeup rarely, but it's a very good pitch. And so I think more than anything, I'm excited to see where he's going to be next year. But his knowledge for himself and his plan and his ability to execute it's just increased tremendously throughout the season.
Yeah, Paul, did this year go, I guess, in your mind as planned to be just a pitcher, to develop as just a pitcher, the first time in your career that you didn't have to play 2 or 3 positions? This is what I do. Did it go as in your mind where you thought it was going to go?
No, I don't think you can really have a plan and it stick together as much as you think it should ever. Obviously we had some guys get hurt, so we didn't plan on that. I didn't know that I was going to be not hitting. I didn't know that what my position was going to be. I didn't know that kind of thing, but obviously that stuff kind of revealed itself as the season went on. But yeah, I think we figured that out. To be honest, I didn't know exactly what the plan was going to be heading into the season. Other than that, I was starting the first game of the year on Friday. But it's been a cool journey to see and kind of be dynamic with, I think, as the season's gone on.
Has it been tough just to shift into a pitcher mentality, or do you still want to get there and take a swing? And they just like, we don't want you to ever play, you pitch.
Yeah, no, I want to hit for sure, but I want to win more than anything. And I think the risk reward has been pretty clear that the risk of going in on a midweek and taking an at bat against a guy that could hit me in the hand or something like that, it's just not worth it. So that was kind of our mindset this year, and that I think only increased as our season went on. I think I miss hitting, obviously. I miss catching a lot too. But it's definitely made it easier to develop as a pitcher.
I got a couple for you. How fired up are you about your mustache?
Yeah, it's sweet. The hammer stoush.
Finally came in, looks good. I'm assuming you didn't get to wear that at the academy. So is this the first time you got to rock it?
Yeah, no, this is I feel like it's college baseball. You can do whatever you want with your hair, your facial hair, anything like that. So it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna keep it.
Might as well. What do you think about the ballpark there in Hoover? Obviously it plays big depending on the time of day and kind of wind condition.
I have no idea. I haven't been there. I've heard it plays big. I've heard the mound's tall, but that's all I know about Hoover.
And just to be on the stage, kind of have all those teams there at one time, just the excitement level for a guy like you that wants to be against the best. Now you got your chance.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think the teams that I'll probably pitch against are teams that I've played before, that I pitched against before. So being able to go out with maybe a different plan, maybe the same plan, who knows, and execute that against a team that I've pitched against before, it's going to be really cool.
The strikeout numbers, obviously you're getting close. When you look at what Ben accomplished in that one season, just does it kind of blow your mind? And what are your thoughts now that you've climbed number 2 for LSU all time?
Not a whole lot. Just go out and keep executing. I don't think there's anything else to do. I think it'll all take care of itself as long as I keep doing that. I don't know where I'm at right now. I don't know where Ben is, but I think as long as I go out and keep executing with the time that I have left, it'll all take care of itself.
Sorry, he just said never mind. I have a quick question. You have a tradition of wearing a teammate's face on your shirt when you come to the ballpark. Why did that tradition start? Can you speak more on that? And what does it mean to you?
It's a pretty cool thing for me. I don't really know. Honestly, it's a little tough to put into words sometimes, but I was like looking online for my teammates' jerseys one day, and I found a Cade Veloso shirt with his face on it, and I just bought it, sat in my room for a few weeks, and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna wear it to to the field and warm up with it before my outing. It was a home game, like the third, fourth weekend of the season. And so I wore it and Cade saw it and he was super fired up. So I just decided I was going to wear someone's face on my shirt every week from then on. And so it's cool because you can see the reaction because that's really what it's all about. It's just about the camaraderie in the team. And if you can make someone else's day, and I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Where do you get the shirts?
One of our managers' moms actually has a business, I think, she just presses them on. So it's actually really easy, really convenient for me.
Are they flattering pictures or are they like?
It depends.
And Paul, does stuff like that make it easier just to kind of fit into a new group when you're adjusting to a new place?
I think that's kind of an indication of the culture as a whole, rather than because if it's a bunch of guys that I don't know, I wouldn't do that. Like the stuff that we did in the fall and in the winter to grow as a team obviously worked if that's something that's kind of acceptable and you know, part of the culture there. It's like I think the amount of love and the deepness of our relationships that we have in our locker room is really it's really cool. Something that I had, I think, really well at Air Force, and something that I've been really pleasantly surprised at since I've been here, because I truly love everyone in the locker room, and it's something that I'm blessed to be a part of and want to, you know, keep as long as I can.
Where do you feel like you've grown the most in this year as a pitcher specifically?
I would say my awareness of my own plan. Obviously, I've gotten physically stronger. I'm throwing harder. My stuff's better, but I think my awareness of how to pitch and use my stuff has gotten tremendously better.
Thanks.
Hey, Paul, are your bullpen days Sundays usually?
No. If I'm throwing on a Friday, it's a Tuesday. If I'm throwing on a Thursday, it's a Monday.
Okay. I was just curious because I was just wondering if there was ever a scenario where you had a couple of days off in between and you could throw on one of your bullpen days if need be in the College World Series or anything like that. Okay. Thanks.
I think you're off the hook, dude. Thanks.
All right, we're good. All right. Good deal.
Awesome.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank
a lot.
you, sir.
Appreciate it, buddy. All right, y'all, we'll wrap up with Jay. I'm gonna go grab him right outside.
Bill, do you know what time they're practicing tomorrow?
In fact, I was about to ask Jay that question, so I'll
Okay.
find out
We can
right
ask him
now.
when he jumps on.
Okay, or y'all can ask him. Practice, how's practice?